After the car crash that was Alien's Colonial Marines, it was always going to take something truly amazing to restore the faith of gamers in video game adaptations of the iconic film series, and thankfully UK-based Creative Assembly have done just that. As the title suggests, Alien Isolation takes inspiration not from Cameron's trigger-happy action sequel, but the absolutely terrifying 1979 original. And that means no heavy weapons or swarms of monsters. The alien in this game is deadly and almost unstoppable, and you'll spend practically the entire time trying to avoid its attention and stay alive. Set 15 years after the events of the first film, Alien Isolation stars the daughter of Ellen Ripley, the character portrayed by Sigourney Weaver in Ridley Scott's movie, while the action has moved to the slowly decaying space station, the Sevastopol. The feel of the game is very much in tune with the 1979 horror flick that changed the way we view science fiction forever. The Sevastopol looks like how people in the late 70s viewed the future, a curious mesh of plastic and metal which is slowly crumbling as it drifts through the cosmos. Creative Assembly were granted access to the production materials from the original film, and this really shows. As you stalk the corridors of the space station, the sense of connection with Scott's Alien is palpable. However, the real star of the show is the famous Alien itself. While many first-person shooters and horror titles rely on scripted events to generate their scares, Alien Isolation is all about the intelligence of its monster, and the way in which emergent gameplay can shape the experience. The alien doesn't follow a set pathway throughout the game, and death often comes randomly and unexpectedly. It's almost unfair at times. Because the alien's AI is so refined, the tension often reaches unbearable levels. Hiding in a locker can provide a brief respite, but just because the alien turns the corridor and vanishes from view, doesn't mean that in a few seconds it won't suddenly reappear and retrace its steps. It also learns from the tactics you use to keep it at bay, so you can't rely on flames or sound decoys forever. It's no exaggeration to say this is the most formidable and downright terrifying nemesis you'll encounter in any video game. Many games have tried to combine scares with interactivity, and some have even made a career out of it, Capcom's Resident Evil and EA's Dead Space being two such examples. However, they almost always fall back on scripted set pieces to create their frights, and often degenerate into meaningless gunfights in order to maintain the player's interest. Alien Isolation avoids falling into this trap by ensuring that a single, almost indestructible monster is constantly snapping at your heels, waiting to punish every rash move or exploit any sign of weakness. Game developers are going to have to try very hard to top this bad guy when it comes to pure, unadulterated horror.